Start right here at the front of the BYD Shark 6. If you think it looks like it's ready to bite, you're not far off. BYD didn't just dip their toes into the pickup segment, they dove in head first with a design that is unapologetically bold. Take a look at that massive BYD lettering stamped right into the grille. It's a statement of confidence. It tells you that this isn't just another EV startup's side project, it's a serious contender designed to challenge the Helixes and Rangers of the world. Notice the W LED headlight signature. It gives the truck a high-tech, robotic gaze that makes it look wider and more planted than your average diesel dual cab. But it's not all about the face. Look down at that silver skid plate. While this is a plug-in hybrid, it hasn't forgotten its rugged roots. That plate is functional, protecting the heart of the DMO platform, the dual-mode off-road architecture. What's under the skin is even more impressive. You've got a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine working in perfect harmony with two high-output electric motors. We're talking about a combined power figure that eclipses almost every diesel rival in its class. In fact, this beast can sprint from 0 to 100 km per hour in about 5.7 seconds. Just a few years ago, that was sports car territory. Today, it's what you get in a BYD pickup. The Shark 6 isn't just a truck, it's a paradigm shift in how we think about utility and performance. Theme, proportions and engineering. Stepping around to the side, you get a real sense of the Shark 6's massive footprint. At over 5.4 meters long, it's a presence on the road. But the real story isn't just the size, it's the architecture. This is built on BYD's DMO platform, which utilizes CTC, or cell-to-chassis technology. Instead of just bolting a battery pack onto a ladder frame, the Shark's battery is actually integrated into the high-strength steel frame. Why does that matter to you? Two reasons: safety and handling. By making the battery a structural component, BYD has increased the torsional stiffness of the vehicle by 38% compared to traditional pickups. This translates to a truck that doesn't feel like a jiggly, body-on-frame vehicle. It feels solid, composed, and remarkably car-like in the corners. Observe the proportions. You've got short overhangs for better approach and departure angles, and those black wheel arch flares give it a muscular, wide-body stance. The integrated sports bar over the bed and the flush roof rails aren't just for show, they're designed to be aerodynamically efficient while providing tie-down points for your gear. Whether you're hauling a load of timber or a couple of dirt bikes, the Shark 6 looks balanced. It's a clean sheet design that manages to look familiar yet futuristic, bridging the gap between the work site and the weekend getaway. Image 3. The digital signature rear light cluster. Theme, identity and utility. Zooming in on the rear, we see one of the most distinctive features of the Shark 6, the C-shaped LED taillight cluster. Notice the horizontal light bar that connects the two sides across the tailgate. It's a design cue borrowed from BYD's luxury SUVs, but here it serves to emphasize the truck's width and modern, electrified, identity. If you look closely inside the lens, you can even see BYD tech etched into the glass. It's that level of detail that sets this apart from the more utilitarian competition. But this light cluster is also a beacon for one of the Shark's most killer features, V2L, or vehicle-to-load capability. Because this is a plug-in hybrid with a massive blade battery, you have a literal mobile power station in the back. See the charging port door on the rear quarter panel? That's your gateway to powering your entire campsite. Imagine plugging in a full-sized coffee machine, a high-output spotlight, or even power tools directly into the truck without needing a noisy generator. It can output up to 6 kilowatts of power, which is enough to run a small house in an emergency. It turns the Shark 6 from a simple transport vehicle into an essential tool for tradespeople and adventurers alike. This isn't just a light, it's a signature of the technology that makes this truck a smarter way to work. Theme, technology and ergonomics. Welcome to the cockpit. If you were expecting a basic, hose-out interior, prepare to be surprised. This is the command center of the Shark 6, and it feels more like a luxury jet than a work truck. The centerpiece is, of course, that massive 15.6-inch touchscreen. But what sets BYD apart is the wow factor. With the press of a button, this screen rotates from landscape to portrait mode, depending on whether you're using navigation or watching media while parked. Look at the dashboard layout. You've got a beautiful mix of soft touch materials, red contrast stitching, and those unique vertically oriented HVAC vents with orange accents. It feels premium, but look at the center console. Those chunky, aircraft-style toggle switches are designed to be tactile. You can operate them with gloves on, which is a nod to the truck's working-class DNA. The digital instrument cluster in front of the driver is high resolution and provides all the data you need about your hybrid system, from battery percentage to power flow. You also have a massive head-up display that projects your speed and navigation onto the windshield, so you never have to take your eyes off the road or the trail. This is an interior that says you can be rugged without being primitive. It's a space where technology serves the driver, making every journey feel like a first-class experience. Theme, connection and performance. Let's get hands-on with the steering wheel. This is your primary connection to the Shark 6, and BYD has nailed the ergonomics here. It's a flat bottom, 4-spoke design that feels substantial in the hands. The perforated leather and the red cross stitching aren't just for aesthetics, they provide excellent grip when things get bumpy off-road. Notice the button layout. On the left, you've got your adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist toggles. On the right, your media and voice command controls. But look at the base of the spokes, you have dedicated scroll wheels for your drive modes. With a flick of your thumb, you can switch the Shark from Eco mode for city driving to Sand, Mud, or Snow modes for when the pavement ends. The center boss features the BYD logo in a matte finish, framed by high-gloss black plastic that adds a touch of elegance. This wheel is linked to a steering rack that has been tuned to be surprisingly direct for a vehicle of this size. Because there's no heavy diesel engine sitting over the front wheels, the motors and battery are distributed more evenly, the front end feels light and pointy. It gives you a level of control that makes maneuvering this 2.5-ton beast through tight city streets or rocky trails feel effortless. Theme, intelligence and connectivity. Let's dive into the brawn of the Shark 6. This 15.6-inch display isn't just a pretty face, it's running a highly optimized operating system that is as fluid as the latest smartphone. What you're looking at here is the home screen, which integrates your navigation, media, and vehicle settings into a clean, easy-to-read grid. One of the most impressive features of this UI is the 540-degree, transparent chassis camera system. When you're off-roading, the screen uses the external cameras to stitch together an image of exactly what is under the truck's floor. It's like having an X-ray vision of the trail, allowing you to avoid sharp rocks or deep ruts that would otherwise be invisible from the driver's seat. Notice the bottom bar, your climate controls are always accessible. You don't have to dig through menus just to change the temperature. And of course, you have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, which look incredible on this high-definition panel. Whether you're managing your energy flow, checking your tire pressures, or just finding the best route to the campsite, this screen is the hub of the Shark 6 experience. It's fast, it's intuitive, and it's a level of tech that the traditional, big names, in the truck world are still scrambling to match. Theme, comfort and versatility. Finally, let's talk about the people you're bringing along for the ride. Often, the back seat of a pickup is an afterthought, upright, cramped, and uncomfortable. The Shark 6 flips that script. Look at the recline angle of that rear bench, it's much more relaxed than a typical dual cab, making it a genuine long-distance cruiser for adults. The red stitching and premium upholstery continue back here, but the real magic is at your feet. Because of the dedicated DMO platform, there is no transmission tunnel. The floor is completely flat. That means the person in the middle seat actually has room for their legs, rather than having to straddle a hump in the floor. You've also got dedicated rear air vents, USB-C charging ports, and even storage pockets in the seatbacks for tablets or phones. The large windows and the optional panoramic sunroof, if equipped, make the cabin feel airy and expansive. This is a truck that respects its passengers. It says that just because you need to carry a ton in the bed, doesn't mean your family or crew should feel like they're in a utility van. The Shark 6 is a true lifestyle vehicle, equally at home on a construction site as it is on a cross-country family road trip. It's the